Good morning. This is Megan. I'm a senior library associate with the Pikes Peak Library District, and today I'll be walking you through the library craft vacation in a jar. So by now you should have picked up your materials, which should include a jar with its canning lid. I have them separated to show that it's a canning lid, a cardboard coaster, one LED tea light, a bag with half a cup of sand, which I'm going to pull up my cup here in a second. Got our sand here. Some seashells. You won't have this many rocks, but some rocks. Some twine and a selection of beach photos. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started. So go ahead and wash your jar if you would like. I have a clean one, so we're gonna go ahead and use this. And go ahead and cut out and select the image you want to use. I'm going to use the one with the books in it because library. But if you don't like any of the images we've included, you are welcome to print your own images. If you don't have a printer at home, if you go to PPLD.org, you can find under our services the wireless and wireless printing option, and you can send items to print over our website. And you can pick them up at your preferred library as soon as you're able, usually within a day. Okay, so now that you have your image printed and cut, go ahead and insert it into the jar, like so. I trim mine just a little bit because it's a little wider than this normally, but you can do whatever you prefer. Okay. You've inserted the image, so now we're going to go ahead and add our sand. I have mine here in this instead of a bag, just so you can kind of see it a little better. I'm going to tilt the screen downward. Oops. And we're just going to go ahead and add all that sand in. Okay, might need to shake it a bit to give it that right evenness. So we now have that nice sandy beach look going on for us. All right, so now that we've added our sand and evened it out a bit, we're gonna go ahead and add our rocks and our seashells. If you have some stuff from vacations that you wanna add, feel free to add those too. So add a few rocks in there. One of these nice shiny pebbles, which you should have gotten a couple of those, hopefully. Just to make that look nice and good. And then we have our shells here. And if you have tweezers or maybe sticks or something, if you want them to be a little more artfully placed, you can do that as well. I'm just gonna toss mine in there because that's how I roll. So you should have something that resembles this now. All right, for our next step, you're going to now begin working on the lid. So you're going to need your lid and twine, as well as possibly some scissors and glue. So the first thing we're going to do is separate our canning lid. You're going to use this to trace a circle on this, because what we're going to be using this for, which is our cardboard coaster, is to help make a hanging installation for our lid, so that way we can install our LED light and give it a nice fun effect. So we'll be back in just a few moments once we have cut that, okay? Welcome back. You should now have something that is roughly the same size and shape as this insert for your canning lid. You don't need this anymore, so you can just set it aside. You can recycle it since it hasn't been used. You'll be inserting this into your canning lid ring like so. And we're going to go ahead and screw that on. And then next you're going to go ahead and make a hole here in the center. And I'm just going to use my scissors like so. I have a little bit of excess cardboard to peel away, but that's okay. Just toss that aside. Now we have that hole. And then we'll go ahead and insert our LED light. Now, a note about my LED light, I have done a step we'll do later already, just to get this in preparation. But we are going to be wrapping and gluing twine around to the top if you want to, just to give it that final beach look. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop that on just so you guys can see what's happening. Insert. And now we have that really nice little like solar effect. It looks a lot better when you can see it in person, but it does give it that nice like beach day kind of look. All right, so go ahead and get the following materials ready. You're going to need your scissors, some glue, and your twine. Okay, so gluing as you go, you're going to add the glue here around the lip. And then you're going to just very carefully begin winding this around and getting it nice and covered as thoroughly as possible. This gives it that nice sort of like ropey look that you see on nautical things for decorating your jar. And making noises really helps with the process. Okay. All right, so by now you should have finished winding your twine around. I would suggest adding glue around the entire perimeter of the twine just to really hold it in place. It also helps it retain that shape. If you want to try, it's a little difficult, you can also try winding it very tightly and then getting it wrapped here around the top. But you should have just enough to be able to put some of that twine around your LED candle too. If not, maybe go back and cut off about 12 inches or so just to get that look here around the LED candle. All right, now that you've done all that, your product is done. You have this cool beachy little lantern, your little vacation in a jar. So you can look at it whenever you're ready to take a breather and enjoy some time and space to yourself. Thank you again for joining us today. If you're interested in learning more about upcoming programs, you can visit the Pikes Peak Library District's website, which is ppld.org, and check out our program section. Feel free to contact us with any questions or concerns, and thank you for being here today. I'm going to go ahead and turn out the light so everyone can get a good look at this product.